Hey guys, Dr. Dex here. Today I'm going to talk to you about 5 things that I keep purchasing over and over in my deck building business. These are smaller items. Some of them you would call consumables, but nonetheless still have to have them, and we keep using them and going through them. So here we go. The first one is the Pika Pencil. You can see one on my chest. Pika makes these really cool pencils. This one's called a Pika Dry. And it comes with a holder, and inside the holder there's a little sharpener on the end. And I have different colored leads for different tasks that I do during the day. This particular Pika, it's a mechanical pencil, so you push down on it and the pencil or the lead continues to extend out. There's a refill. You just pull off this back cap to refill it, like so. Okay, and then when you're done, you just put it back in its holster. Okay, and then that holster can fit anywhere that you can clip it to. So I keep my white Pika right here. I'm a lefty, so I keep it right here. And then you can see some of the different leads. They have different leads for different purposes. There's red, white, they have green and blue and yellow. And they have a couple different viscosities of lead. Some work better in wet environments. Some work better for marking wet woods versus dry woods. I like the 40-30 leads for the Pika Pencil, and I also like their white infills the most. I don't use the red and yellow too much, but I do use them. So they come in convenient containers like this that you can just keep them all handy. And so instead of constantly sharpening a pencil, I use quite a bit of Pika pencils. All right. And to go with that Pika Pencil, I've also come up with this product called a Quick Snap, and it's a magnetic attachable piece to your chest. I get them at Home Depot in the tool corral next to the tape measures. I get my Quick Snaps at Home Depot in the tool corral next to the tape measure. If you don't have them at your Home Depot, I'm sorry. Talk to the manager of the store and say, I need a Quick Snap. You have them in Tacoma, Washington. The cool thing, what's cool about this? That's what's cool about this. Okay? You're always there. Now sometimes, because what I did was I took a Quick Snap and I adapted it to my Pika Pencil. So this little rubber piece will go over a standard carpenter pencil. It'll go over a Sharpie. But I was able to get it over this. But sometimes if you pull wrong, you pull the end off of it, and it becomes, sometimes it can be a hassle putting that back on and off. So you got to train yourself to grab it by the rubber when you're pulling off. When you're putting it on, it ain't no big deal. I'm not even looking at it, but I know to grab the rubber, you just get used to it. After, doing that 100 times and losing the lid 100 times, you kind of figure out what you need to do with it. So the Quick Snap is a really cool product, but you lose them a lot because they come in 2 different parts, the top, and then they have the clip, the magnet or the metal clip that goes with the magnet. These are cool though. You can stick this to any metal surface you can stick them to any surface that's magnetized. You can pretty much stick them to any metal surface that's magnetized. So you can just, that's what's cool about it, the little plate. But sometimes you lose it. So I have to go buy more. So same with the Pika pencils. We're constantly purchasing those because these walk away from the job site. The guys put them in their pockets, they take them home, they don't bring them back. I ask them, hey, please bring back the Pika pencils. They're $15 a piece or whatever. And sometimes they make it back to the job site, sometimes they don't. So I'm constantly purchasing new ones because I do like the convenience. There is a convenience factor there going in about the product that I like. So that's why I use them so much. Speaking of the tool corral at Home Depot, where you find the Quick Snap, next to the Fat Max tape measures. Not sponsored, guys. This is just Stanley Fat Max. I really like these tapes. There's a couple different versions of it. You can tell the different versions by how far this clear protective layer goes. I think these tapes are guaranteed for life. But man, if we get 3 months out of a tape measure, we're doing pretty good. I usually wait till Christmas time, and I can get 2 of this type of tape measure for around $25, like $12.50 a piece. And a lot of the things that I purchase in bulk, I'll buy right before Christmas because Home Depot and Lowe's have really great sales, and you can double down and get twice as much for the same amount of money, and then I just use it all year long. Like, somebody just pulled this tape. This is a brand new tape measure, I can tell. So really nice to have 5 or 10 of these laying around, and when you need a new tape measure, you just go grab one. Just clips right to your hip, and you're good to go. Another little bonus feature, guys, is if you're doing a lot of measurements and a lot of taking notes, these stick-on tape pads made by FastCap, it's like a tape measure scratch pad. And they just are self-adhesive. You stick them right, and that's another reason why I like the Fat Max. It doesn't have any, it's just flat. It doesn't have any texture to it. I've taken other tape measures and belt sanded them smooth so I could put one of these on it. But if you get a Fat Max, this part right here sticks right to the front of the tape. And man, they are awesome. I use it all the time. I make notes on these every single day. So we do purchase them because every time you get a new tape measure, it's not like you're gonna pull this one off of here and put it on a new tape. I don't do that. I just put a brand new one on. But you can buy them in bulk. You can buy them like in 20 packs of these self-sticky notepad, like a tape notepad. Something else that we keep purchasing is a product called G-Tape. G-Tape is a waterproof membrane tape. It's self-sealing, and it's also self-tearable. So you can take a piece of this, you can just rip it like that, and then you can pull it off. It's like flashing tape too. We do use it for flashing areas. One thing I like about this tape is it's really sticky, it sticks really well, but if you pull it to itself, it will still come apart. Unlike other tapes on the market, if you do that, you're done. Might as well throw that piece away and go get a new one. It's acrylic based, so it's high quality. It's not asphalt based or any kind of a pencil chloral type base to it. So it's compatible with a lot more than your standard peel and sticks are. And it's UV protected. So it lasts longer in the environment, in the weather, where you may have this for a joist tape. Like, let's just say this is your joist. You lay the tape on your joist, like so, and then you lay your decking down, and the water just runs off each side of it, protects the top of the joist. That's what we use it a lot for. We also use it on every home. Anytime we mount a ledger to a house, behind all that, we put some G-tape on it. Another thing that we go through a ton of, and I like to have extras. And again, that quick tip about the Home Depot at Christmas time is a drill index. If you can get a drill index with a 1/2-inch bit for 10 bucks on sale for $9.99 at Christmas time, that's the value of this one drill bit, really. So you get a 1/4 and a 3/8, a 5/16, plus all the small ones too. So a couple 1/8-inch bits. This is definitely a value at $9.99. I don't know with tariffs and imports and taxes and all that stuff what this year will turn out to be. But I'll tell you what, go to our Christmas episodes and find our tool reviews and then check the new ones coming out in December, and we'll see if there is still that deal out there that you guys can find to get the really sweet deal on drill bits. We constantly break these. So like you see here, I'm missing the 1/4 bit out of this drill bit index. It's just gone. I'm sure it's because it broke. We're doing a lot of metal framing now, so we break a lot more bits than we used to. But these DeWalt bits are fairly high quality. They do the job. They're sharp, and they stay sharp for a little bit. So I bought 5 of these, and we just kind of rotate through them. And as I break bits, I'll just take the broken ones out and go into a different drill index, and I'll try to like shuffle the deck a little bit and put everything in here so I have full kits. So I think I'm down to 3 full kits instead of 5, and we're halfway through the year, so far so good. So I'll probably, in December, I'll probably buy 5 more of these because that's about what we are gonna probably project to go through this year, but we'll know by December if I'm out or how many we have left and so on and so forth, and then I'll make an adjustment. And on the same token, we also go through a lot of saw blades. This happens to be, Diablo happens to be one of our favorite brands. We use quite a bit of their product. This is a special steel demon blade that cuts stainless steel. And we're using that to cut some tubing right now for some stuff for top caps for our rail system. But we have 7 1/4 inch for our chop saw, 7 1/4 inch for our rear handle saws. We have 10 inch for our table saw, 12 inch for our chop saw, our big chop saws. And we are constantly purchasing and going through and buying new blades for all our saws. Again, like I said before, if you need like a special size for just demo work or quick framing. You can usually get 2 or 3 of these for 20 bucks or 15 bucks. And it's a sweet deal. You're paying like $7 or less per blade. I think it was $6.50 last year is what I paid a piece. So I bought a whole stack of these and we just use them throughout the year. This is a special blade. These are like $40 a piece, but we know that, so we take really good care of them. And then when the lifespan of this one's done, throw it in the gutter, bring out another. All right, guys, so that concludes this video of tools that I keep purchasing over and over and over, and probably will until I'm done with building decks. If you liked it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to check out our new podcast and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Have a great day.